I need to come to Texas.
Yeah, but don't come during the summer because it is swamp ass central.
Yeah. It's really hot. It's a heat wave where I am. It's like, I don't know, over 100 degrees.
And you are way more pretty in like person. Like, I know we're not person, but like you're like glowing. You're glowing, glow. Okay. Katherine Garbarino, welcome to the Literally Not Okay podcast.
Can't wait. I'm so happy to be here.
No, I am so excited to have you. You have no idea. Like, you are one of my favorite people to follow on I was gonna say on Underground, on Instagram. Not only like, I just feel like you're very authentic. You just come like, you just are confident, and I'm like obsessed with following you.
Thank you. I think there's no other way. It's really wild that nowadays when you're authentic, people are like, it's so refreshing.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like,
I know it's rare in this world right now.
I know, which is wild.
But I love following you. Like, if anybody doesn't know Katherine, she is the founder of Girls Living Well, and she shares all her takes on beauty, wellness, and skincare, everything health and wellness. And I'm obsessed. I'm in my wellness era right now. So like, once I found your page, I started sharing it to everybody. Like, one of my friends is like,
thank you.
Do you know what sunscreen to use? And I'm just like, I don't want to be bothered, so I just send them to you. So I'm just letting you know you're
like, I don't, but she does.
Yeah, but it's. I love following you too because it's like you're very consistent, and that's very rare, and that's very hard to do. So I'm obsessed, and I feel like my followers and myself are going to learn a lot today.
I love it.
So
I think with social media, so many people are like trying to just find their niche. And the thing about me is that I actually live this life. Like, this is actually how I live. So when people are like, you're so consistent, it's like, well, I'm just like actually sharing my life. It's not hard for me because I'm doing it. You know?
No, I know that's people are like, I've always been working out like a crazy person. But when I got married this year, I was like, took it up a notch. But now it's just like, it's kind of my lifestyle now. So every morning I'm posting my workouts and everybody's like, oh my God, you're going hard in the gym. I'm like, no, but this is just, it's a part of me now. Yeah. Like I wake up and I have to work out. Like, there's no excuses. I don't even think about it. It's just,
yeah, I know.
It's just
routine.
Yeah, it's routine. But I'm so proud of myself for like getting into that. I wish I could do things like all the things 24/7, but you know, like working out is my one thing that I feel really confident and like consistent with. It's just a part, like it just goes, I'm just one when I wake up and I just go. Like, it's like drinking water, drinking a cup of coffee. Like, it just,
it's like it's fully like ingrained in your routine now.
Yeah, there's no...
Which is amazing.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for coming on the Literally Not Okay podcast. I'm literally not okay for many reasons. I just had my nephew in town recently. He's a 4-year-old boy. When I tell you, I work out like a psycho. I feel like I'm so strong. I hung out with this 4-year-old boy all weekend. I feel like I got hit by a bus. Like, I am so worn out. I'm going to the chiropractor after this because I'm not okay. No, like, I can't even sit up straight. My back, because I was just carrying him the whole time and like throwing him around. And then his mom messaged me and was like, why does my son have rug burns?
You're like, I may have dragged him across the ground. Yeah, why? Is that a problem?
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm just trying to toughen him up, but it's just so crazy hanging out with, I don't know how boy moms do it. Like, I give so much credit to boy moms because I was a boy mom for basically 24 hours and I am physically, emotionally strayed. And just the fact, like, my sister has 2 little girls. So hanging out with them and then hanging out with boys it's such different energies. Like, hanging out with this little boy, I am not, like, it's Tuesday. He left on Sunday. I'm still not okay.
Yeah. No, it's rough. And I'm at my sister's house right now and there's a lot of children. So
oh my God.
Runs it.
Oh my God. How old are they?
My sister has 3 daughters. So one is going to be 7, one is 3.5, and the other one is like 1.5. And then my brother has 3 kids, but right now there's 3 children somewhere in this
Yeah.
house. My niece was like, "Can I come on with you?" I'm like, "No."
No, she could definitely say hi. She could definitely say
I
hi.
was like, "Go upstairs."
I am one with the children. I do not want to have any yet, but I have the same mentality as children. Like, I'd rather hang out with children than adults, but I'm just like, damn. And my mother-in-law was like, see, you got to have kids now because by the time you're getting old, I'm like, okay, because I was like complaining about how, but I'm like, I work out all the time. I weight train. Like, I'll be fine by the time I have kids. Okay.
You'll be fine.
Back off, Amy. You know what I mean? Okay. Why are you literally not okay, Katherine?
I mean, why am I not okay in this exact moment? Because of the fucking tariffs.
Oh my God. Shit.
Because I'm in my business is run out of Canada. So that's a problem. And other than that, I'm not okay. Today, why am I not okay? Because people are annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it. Some woman messaged me. She's like, you like are all about health and wellness and I love following you, but you have implants. So like, I absolutely cannot take your advice anymore. I was like, bye.
Yeah.
I'm actually okay with it. But
Yeah.
I just think people are not okay.
No, I know. And I love the way you say implants.
Why?
I don't know. You just have like a twang and I love it. And I just want the listener, like the audio only listeners, this woman right here, Katherine, is so into health and wellness and like she's just glowing, like glowing through the screen. It's so creepy. So like, I mean, I knew you're really pretty, but like you're like really pretty. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I love you. Thank you.
I don't know what's happening, but
shout out to my parents.
Yeah. God, thanks. Face God.
First of all, I just want to thank God.
Yeah. Thanks. But no.
And my 95 fucking routines.
No, I know. But so with the sorry, my brain is also not working today. Also, I blame my 4-year-old nephew. But no, I know people always have an opinion. It's like we want to share our lives on Instagram, but then like people are constantly they have something to say about everything. So it's like you just gotta.
I actually don't care. Like that's part of what it is, right? Like if you share anything, but I'm more just like, in what world do you think that people are your Barbie dolls that you can like make up to be how you picture them? And it's like, I just find it wild how like more recently it's been like, people are like, you do this, you do that. Like, I love your page, but now I can't. And I'm like, okay, so don't.
Yeah.
Like, you're not punishing me, you're punishing yourself. Like, I'm still going to be me.
Yeah. And you also need to have a balance. Like, I think it's just so healthy to have.
But also, like, people start somewhere. So, like, if today I was like, didn't have implants, would I go get? I don't know. Like, I'm saying maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. But when I got them 10 years ago, I wasn't who I am today.
Yeah.
So, like, you're coming into my world today. And it's a stupid thing to make, like, I don't like the boxes.
Yeah.
Like I really don't like the boxes. It's just really stupid.
And I love my breast implants. Like I don't care. Like
I love my boobs.
No, I love my boobs. Like I like my boobs come before a lot of things in life. Like I remember when I was dealing with like really bad chronic pain. I had like this really bad pain in my chest. Everybody told me to take out my boobs. I was like, I'd rather
You're like, I will live in pain.
I will live in pain. Like, but I will do everything but, and I know that's psychotic. And now the pain's gone. So it's like, I thank God. And my biggest fear too was like taking him out. And then the pain was. That
being said, it's a last, like people will say that. And it's like, if there's not something wrong with you, even if there is, but if there's, it's like an explant surgery is like a huge like surgery. Like it's a serious surgery. So who would run to go do a serious surgery unless it was like their last resort?
Yeah, I know that was my thing too. I was like, that will be my last option.
Yeah, like you have to exhaust every option before that, right?
So I did all the things and I still didn't come out, and I just got new ones.
You just enjoy your tits.
Yeah, and I love them so much, and I just touch them and they're fun.
Everyone shake your tits.
And you know what? I think I just got bullied so much growing up by having flat boobs that like I know I'm a 32-year-old woman now. Like I should probably be over it, but I'm not. You know, so it's like ingrained in me. And also, my mother told me that I needed a boob job. So I don't feel beautiful without them. So like, it's really just my mother's fault, you know?
And at the end of the day, you have to do what makes you happy. Like, who gives a shit about anyone else?
Thank you. Okay. Katherine, when did you really start taking health and wellness serious?
So I think what happened for me is that originally it was about weight loss. I lost like 45 pounds. about 10, 11 years ago. And I've like, kept it off ever since. But I was essentially like a really big stoner. And I just ate like, I would make like crazy concoctions of like Eggos and Nutellas, like, and like stacks of shit. And I wanted to lose weight. And then it kind of like developed into this thing where as I was losing weight, I was obviously doing things and it was making me healthier. And then like I would have a bit of, I actually found my body when I was detoxing was sort of through my skin and I was getting like cystic acne and stuff like that. So I was always like natural ways to fix this, natural ways to fix that. And I would like go down these rabbit holes and, work them into my life. And then slowly but surely add all these, healthier habits and seeing how much you can change. Okay. So it actually goes to this. You don't know how shit you feel until you feel good.
Yeah.
And so when I started feeling good, I was like, well, what else could I do? Well, what else could I do? What else could I do? And it's been, like 14 years now of me being like, what else can I do? And I'm still adding to my routine and I'm still doing stuff and I'm always wanting to learn and like work with new practitioners and try new things. Cause I'm like, well, what else? What else?
No, I love that. And it's like, you're just addicted to feeling good. Like that's just
totally,
that's like my main thing about like working out every morning. Like my day is completely different when I work out versus when I don't work out. Like you life.
You're so energetic. You're like, for me, the days I don't work out, I'm like, I actually don't have energy.
No.
Yeah.
And I walk.
But the thing is, it's like that with everything.
Yeah.
Right. Like not every, okay, not to the maybe extreme that certain people do things and even myself, but like if you commit to something for a certain amount of time, it becomes your routine and then it's like we are meant to be routine. So you don't do it, you feel off.
Yeah. I know. And like when I do bad things, it's just kind of like a domino effect. So like if I drink the next day, I don't want a fucking salad. I don't want to eat meat. Like right. I want nasty.
No, you want grease.
Yeah. I want grease. So it's like, it's a hard life.
But you know what? Like at the end of the day, I really believe that you do things the way that you want. Like if it brings you joy to like go out and like get fucked up or have that greasy food the next day, like that's worth something.
Yeah. I just feel like I this year I really found a really good balance. Like I feel like in my 20s, like I was talking with my trainer yesterday about like what I was doing in my 20s. I was insane. Like I don't even think I slept. So like I think getting into health and wellness in my 30s was actually like a good thing. But now like I'm like, how the fuck did I live that way for so long? You know what I mean?
I think about like going out. I'm like, how did I stay up? Like I hate being up late. Like I'm just not that person. And I'm like, how did I do that? Like, I think you get into your 30s and it's just different, you know? Like, it's just different. Like, and then, like you said, like you start working out or you start doing things and it changes your perspective on the way that you want to do things and you feel good. So you're like, why would I not want to feel good? And you see how bad things make you feel. So you just make different choices,
Like I used to chain smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
Not chain smoke, but like I was like, I couldn't. Like I was a smoker, like I smoked.
So was I.
Like
I used to smoke.
I used to I think back and I would be like, I don't even know how I did that. You know what I mean?
I smoked a lot and I haven't smoked in 10 years, like not one cigarette, but like, I can't even believe I can't. No. I would, at the end, I was like drinking green juices and smoking. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. This is not working. Like this is time. It's time to.
One cancels out the other. One cancels out the other. You don't smoke weed anymore either, right?
I'm like the most sober person you've ever met in your life.
Good for you.
The thing with me is that I do actually have a very addictive personality, which does probably like feed into my healthy lifestyle as well. And so it's like all or nothing. So like I was never into like anything. I was never like into drugs or anything, but I was a big stoner and I just nothing. Like it's been 6 years. I have not touched one joint.
I also like when I smoke too, like all I want to do is eat. Like my go-to when I was stoned, I would put an entire bottle of like chocolate syrup into a carton and just dig that all night. And I was like, why am I getting so fat?
Good for you.
I know, it was a good time, but I'm retired. I'm retired from the life. I mean, not the weed.
All like needs but like it's like fun to have that.
Yeah.
Listen, I wish that I was someone who could like smoke a joint here or there. It's just I'm a very like all or nothing person.
No, I agree. And honestly, like I know we're talking shit about my like our 20s, but like I would never like the best. I'm just happy
now I literally will do anything. I'm like, oh my God, my lungs, I need to go and like it's like we were so much more carefree. Like I'm a little too aware of like how bad things are now.
No, I feel you. Oh, sorry.
You're like, oh, sorry, I just threw up. I'm just kidding.
No, I might have. I'm sorry. I am struggling today. This is why my podcast is called Literally Not Okay, because I'm never okay. Okay. Where was there a moment when you were like, okay, it's really time to take my health seriously, or it just kind of like happened naturally?
It happened really naturally, but when I would say like a few years into like my health journey, if you will, I was on vacation in the Dominican. My husband has a home there, and we had just actually got married. And I had like, I don't know, gastro or Zika. I don't know what I had. I had some sort of virus, and I was really sick, and I fainted, and I like smashed my chin. I broke teeth. Like I was hospitalized. Like it was horrible. And I definitely had like a concussion that like wasn't dealt with. So essentially it turned into basically the beginning of me having health anxiety and being like really hyper aware of, you know, all the things. And so like at that point, I think at that time, like that's when I quit smoking, you know, I like everything sort of shifted, and I really started like being like, oh, like things can happen to you in like, you know, the snap of a finger. And so I think that was like a big wake up call for me. And again, like I just started adding things in. Like at that time, I started adding in like the salt into my water, and like everything was just sort of like, oh, everything I eat is going to like impact me. And, you know.
No, yeah, I know. I feel like health anxiety is a blessing and a curse.
It's fucked up. I actually recently did CBT, like cognitive behavioral therapy for it. And it was like life changing.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like it changed my life. Like I literally, it was almost like going to school to understand why and how thoughts, like the patterns of thoughts. And essentially it like cured me, because I was like under control, but there was just certain behaviors that I was like, I don't like this. And I don't want to be a person who's always like doomsdaying like everything. And like, I mean, it's not really the most like biggest revelation, but like essentially at the end of it, the doctor was like, you're not scared of like that you won't be able to recover, or that you're not going to be okay. Like you don't like uncertainty.
Yeah.
And you don't like not knowing, but like, if you just like understand that like there is no such thing as knowing everything and that you're going to be okay. And I was kind of like, fuck, he's right. Like it's true. Cause like, I don't think I'm going to die or like that I'm not going to recover. I just don't like knowing, like, am I going to get sick? Am I not going to get sick? Like, it's like, but I'll just deal with it. Like you need to just like
deal with it.
Out.
I know.
Yeah.
I honestly had really bad health anxiety when I turned 30, because I genuinely thought I was going to be in my 20s forever. Like I had this mindset of I was always the youngest. I'm the baby of the family. So I always just thought I was going to be young forever. Like it's a psychological issue. And then when I hit 30, I had the worst health anxiety of my life. Like I was going to the ER. I also was dealing with like that chronic pain that I had.
Yeah.
But everything was just, I can't do like the worst health anxiety. So I think when I turned 31, 32 has been a good year for me. I kind of let go and like just realized like there was a switch in my being, in your brain.
Yeah, but sometimes that happens, right? Like the things that you have that are going through your head will manifest physically. Mm-hmm. So if you're telling yourself like all this shit, like you may have had chest pain because you were causing yourself.
Yeah. No, I know.
Sorry.
No.
I muted myself.
I know. Like, and the more I think of it, I was like, maybe it was just psychological.
No, it probably was. Like I had that after I had COVID. Like I was so sick. I had COVID, and like I actually wasn't that sick. Like there was not a day I didn't wash my face morning and night, take a shower. Like I was actually fine.
Yeah.
But I mentally told myself I was going to die. Like I called an ambulance. Like the ambulance was like, your blood oxygen's like perfection. I was like, I'm going to die. And he's like, you're having an anxiety attack. And after the fact, I convinced myself that I was like having myocarditis. And so my chest, like all here was like in a knot. And I was like going to my like osteo, and she's like, the organ of your heart is fine. You are like making yourself fucking crazy. And it was pulling because it was stress. And you know what it is? It's that when you're stressed, you don't breathe from your like diaphragm. You breathe like here. So your intercostals get tired and everything gets like,
Oh, no, I'm telling you. I looking back, like it was so like I had it for like a year, and I was going to heart doctors, MRIs.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
I did MRIs. Like everybody was like, "You are completely fine." And then my sister,
it's mental.
I know. And then my sister was like, "Alexis, you need to appreciate how healthy you are, And then I started like kind of putting that into perspective, and weirdly, it kind of went away.
Yeah, because what you tell yourself becomes your reality, and it's so insane. And sometimes it's just how you frame it.
Yeah.
You know?
But
like my father-in-law, my husband's dad, passed away like a few months ago of a heart attack, and like I'm completely fine, and obviously I'm very on top of my health. I know all my markers, and I swear to God, I was having heart pains. I was like, I don't know if I should fly. Like I'm not okay. Like, and then I was like speaking to my naturopath. She's like, honey, like nobody has like I've never seen better blood work. Like that there's not one risk of you having like an issue. Like you're just like manifesting something that happened to like a 70 whatever year old man to yourself.
No, I do.
And I was like, oh,
yeah. I'm sorry about your father-in-law, but I also, by the way, and I had to put away, I had the Apple Watch, and I would like check my heart rate every night. And like at one time I like it started going up, and then I Googled what is the normal heart rate, and it was like twice as much. I drove myself to the urgent care, and then like honestly, this was the year, like when I turned 30, I'm telling you, I was a nut job. Looking back, and then I laugh now, and I do this thing every night. I know it's creepy. I just like thank my body. Like I literally thank my body. I'm like, thank you for like getting me through the day, allowing me to work out. Like I know it sounds creepy, but it's been working.
Yeah, because your cells listen.
Yeah.
That is what you need to do.
But honestly, I mean, I'm kind of worn out from the 4-year-old, but like other than that, I feel great, you know? I think it's just like I'm tight. Like I also was doing this really creepy thing. I know I'm getting off topic, but I am so creepy with the children. Like maybe let me rephrase that.
Sounds bad.
Yeah, wait, let's review that. I just like the things I say, like I was pretending that Annabelle was in the shower just to scare this little boy, but like there's something wrong with me. You know what I mean? And I was running and dragging, like, okay. And then anyways, okay. Moving on. I just felt the need to tell somebody that. I think I needed to, you know? Like I love scaring children. That's the moral of the story. Okay. What is one thing that's technically not that healthy, but you're not giving it up?
Botox.
I know. Same.
But like I have a lot of struggle with the Botox because like I'm sort of like going always like, but why do I do it? But like I know it's bad, and I'm trying to always like reduce my toxic load, but then at the end of the day, I'm like, no, I'm still going to do the Botox.
No, 100%.
You know, and I used to do Botox like 4 times a year. I now do it twice a year, so I've lessened my load. But yeah, I know it's not good for me. I know that it's a neurotoxin, and yet here I am still doing it. So
I also was doing Botox way more than I needed to. Like I was going, she was like, Alexis, it won't work anymore if you keep coming. I'm like, but I don't want to move. But now I think, keep going, sorry.
No, it's not that. It's like, I actually could probably do it more. Like when I go, you know, sometimes I'll go in for like microneedling or whatever. And he's like, you need Botox. And I'm like, for me, it's more about when can I,
I know, I see somebody in the background.
Hey, go ahead. It's more sometimes where I'm like, where is it that like it's affecting me in my mind where I'm like, I can't like not like I need to do it because I can't even like look at myself.
No, yeah, same.
Really, I would say the worst one is definitely Botox. And it's one that I just like don't want to give up right now. I'm not saying that I won't ever, but right now.
You're on a journey. Like you don't need to have answers for everything, you know?
Exactly.
But
it's just like I'm not willing to.
No, never. And I started doing stand-up, and it's been kind of working in my favor because when I'm more expressive, my jokes land harder. So I'm like doing Botox less. So that's kind of, I mean, not less. I mean, like 2 times a year, you know, I'm still going in.
No, but still.
But yeah, I've realized when my face is frozen and I'm doing stand-up, nobody laughs. So it's like, okay, maybe that's one thing.
Yeah, because you need to be able to like, totally. And I don't do a lot of Botox. It's just like for certain areas. And you know what it is? It's also like, and I've said this before for people who are like, I don't know if I want to do it or not. And I'm like, if you start, like, then you're going to get used to looking at yourself that way. So then it's going to be really hard to stop. So like, if you're not sure, just don't do it.
100%. Like that's how I feel about spray tans right now. Like I am addicted to spray tans. Like I do one every week, and I'm like, this is an addiction to Botox. Maybe I just want to look good. I want to look good, feel good, whatever that has to do. Yeah. I'm down.
Yes. I'm all for the looking good.
Okay. I am obsessed with your morning routine. I feel like starting out your day with I feel like how you start your day is so important because
I agree.
it's a domino effect. So I think if you wake up, you be productive, you're productive for the rest of the day. But I love your morning routine. Can you like kind of walk us through it? Because it gets me motivated.
I actually just like started working with a new practitioner, and I walked her, she like walked me through your day, and I did. And she's like, is there a reason you're doing all this? Like, is it for the dopamine hit? And I was like, no, I really like it. First of all, you're right what you said about morning. I also think the thing about mornings is that you have so much more. Why am I losing the word?
Because you're with
commitment?
me. Yeah, sorry.
No, but like, what's the word? Like, not commitment, but like you'll stick to things in the morning. Like by the end of the day, you like lose your
consistency.
No, but like you lose your like whatever. We need lines.
You're God. Does anybody back there know the C word we're talking about?
Not consistency, but like you're more. Anyway, I'll get back
it'll
there.
come in like 5 minutes.
It'll come in 5 minutes. Yeah. You lose. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck. This is like very typical me. I always like lose my words. Okay. So essentially I wake up. First thing I do is I make my like big ice bowl for my face. As that's like marinating and getting really cold, I open up my lymph. I dry brush. So like you want to just kind of like open up your lymph nodes before you start draining anything. This is just going to kind of open those channels. So like overnight you are detoxifying, right? In your sleep, you just open up your channels. And then I dry brush. I start doing some of my I do my like skin oiling. And then I do my face dunk. So like at this point, the water's cold. I dunk my face. I do my morning skincare routine. And then I go into my kitchen. I start my day with Shilajit.
You got me on.
Yeah, which is like humic and fulvic acids. It's like full minerals and electrolytes. So basically when you wake up, like you're really dehydrated. You know, you've detoxified all night. You're dehydrated. You haven't drank any water. So after I do my Shilajit, I do my lemon water. And I do add minerals and more electrolytes. So I'm like all about the mineralization. I don't think people realize how much we need to be mineralizing because our soil is no longer, it's depleted of minerals. So like we need that. It's not in our food anymore. So I do my olive oil shot with some lemon and cayenne pepper. Then I go to my trampoline, my rebounder. So it's not really a trampoline. A rebounder is like tighter. So you essentially are jumping down. Something that people need to understand about the lymphatic system, we have like way more lymph fluid than we do blood. That's like, when people are like, I'm so swollen, I'm bloated. That's your lymph. And it essentially has no pump. So the way that like your circulatory system has a pump, your heart, your lymphatic system doesn't. So yes, day to day, you're walking around, you're doing things, it's moving, but like we're really living in a toxic world, like regardless of, and so I do my rebounding for 10 minutes every day. Not only is it amazing for like your whole overall health and your lymphatic system and that whole thing, I swear to you, I've like not been in a bad mood since. Because like, think about it. You're jumping, you're like listening to good music. Like,
no, I'm buying one. Like, how much do you get it off Amazon?
You can. I would get the Jump Sport off Amazon.
Okay.
They're like $3. I feel like it's like.
No, I don't even care. I'm getting it.
No, it's like $2.50.
Okay.
It's so worth it. And honestly, like 10 minutes a day, it's unbelievable. It's like the best thing you could do.
No, I heard such amazing things about it, but I just like don't know where to put it in my house. But like I will literally
just end up like storing it like up against a wall. Like it's fine.
No. Okay, it's fine. So this is like I feel like this is the perfect start to the day.
There's also a red light panel in front of that machine.
And
I'm not done.
No. Oh, okay. Keep going.
And then after I do that, I go do my perfect aminos, which are like it's like a blend of amino acids or like. Essential amino acids. And then I have my elite matcha, which is like a mix of different, it's matcha, but it also has some mushrooms in there and collagen, whatever. And then I go work out.
I don't even brush my teeth. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I brushed my teeth at one point in that mix.
And are you doing the mouth scraping?
Yeah.
You're into that too?
Yeah,
honestly, and it's crazy. Like when I consistently do something like that, let's just say your morning minus the red light and the rebounding, it's an iconic day. Like, but it's just like getting there. I try so hard to wake up, do my lemon water before my coffee. I just got the Shangit. What is it called? Okay, that's in India.
The Shilajit. I'm dead.
I just came back from an Indian wedding, so I'm all on the shangeets.
I saw that looked.
Oh my God,
cool.
it was insane. But yeah, the shangeets I put in my water and my lemon. Like I put it all in one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, good. And then I do the mouth, but I sometimes like brushing my teeth is kind of like a hit or miss.
Yeah, you're like, did I? Honestly, like if you just wake up and just, scrape your tongue, it's better. It's great. Like it's amazing because you're like, again, you're detoxing overnight. Like get all that shit out of your mouth.
Yeah, no. And what is something else that I try to do in the morning? I used to, I do I thank my whole body, thank my tatas.
I think that's amazing.
It's weirdly like, cause I don't like, I need to be so grateful that like I'm up and I can work out every day, Like, totally. And I want to keep this going cause it keeps me sane.
Guys, you have to stop. So bad.
It's okay. Okay. One wellness thing you swear by.
Oh my God. Well, definitely the rebounding.
Yeah, that's, you're going to get me sold.
I would say that the rebounding is like we're just going to ignore them. Okay. Mm-hmm. I would say that the rebounding is probably like the biggest thing. Also, I live in Miami like 75% of the time. Getting up in the morning and like putting my feet in the sand and like seeing the sun and like all that it's really crazy how it changes your day and like your health and like it's crazy.
No, I was watching your Instagram last night after I cooked dinner and you were like, go on an evening walk, yes. Whatever. And I'm like, I have a spray tan on like with the hair nut. I was like, you were like, just do it for 5 or 10 minutes. So I dead ass just walked down the block. I looked so scary. My phone was dead. I was just creeping. Everybody's walking their dogs or with their partner. I'm walking down the block with a hairnet and literally in a spray tan, like long sleeve, everything. But I just need it. And it's so good to just get out.
It's honestly like the rebounding is like one that's like, I would say a harder thing for like anyone to just do because it sounds easy enough, but it's still 10 minutes in the morning and it's like, it's a commitment, but it's always the little things. Like it's always those like little things that are so simple and free that are like the biggest hacks.
No, the walking is just, I feel like not unlimited, underrated. Yeah. Like I feel like walking is so underrated. It's really just like always
studies. It's the best movement that you can do.
No, yeah. when I got my boobs redone for the third time, all I did was walk and it got me out of the worst depression of my life. Like it saved me. And I would just walk like maybe like first thing in the morning every night. And it was just, it was a game changer for me.
Yeah, it really is such an amazing thing. And you do end up being really like, it's so beautiful, like you're looking around, there's nature, like you end up being really grateful and you're not, hopefully you're not just like sitting staring at your phone scrolling. So, it's a minute to like get outside, but yeah, even especially after dinner and doing that like 10-minute walk for your digestion, it helps like set up your sleep better. Like that also is a huge one.
Are you into grounding?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously.
Like I remember when I just never, I don't even remember the last time I put my feet towards grass and it felt so awkward doing it. I went to a random park by myself. There was all children around and I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. People probably thought I was like a fucking creep or pedophile. I was just standing in this random park, but I felt so like just calm.
Yeah. Because the ground has negative ions. I mean, it's literally like science. Like we are energetic beings, and it does even us out. And it's like it almost like detoxes your cells from all the like radiation and all the shit that think about it. Like the thing is about humans, when you not to get to like existential about it, we can never advance like as quickly as like the world has advanced, right? So we were supposed to be outside all day, like without shoes. In the sun, touching shit, No,
I feel that.
Getting our food and all this stuff. So like, it's not normal to spend all your time inside and never touch the ground and never,
Okay, so I am going to ask you some topics regarding wellness trends, dating, and relationships, and some skincare, and I want to hear your opinion on it, okay? Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, how do you feel about peptides?
I'm like currently about to start doing them.
Okay. So I
don't know enough, but I am like starting to work with someone because I do want to start incorporating certain peptides.
Yeah.
Okay, but I have thoughts.
Okay.
First of all, so, like anything else, sourcing matters. So I think that like getting them like from some random person on the internet, not being guided by someone, not doing proper blood work and functional tests to know what your body actually needs is an issue. Like it's like anything else. Shouldn't just be fucking injecting shit because you saw someone on the internet do it.
I know. And I feel like I'm too much of a hypochondriac to like not know what it's where it's
you
coming
need
from.
to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just started the like collagen one. So well, to make me look prettier.
What is it?
Like, I don't know if it can really help, like, you know, but it's, you know, don't ask me a question like this at a time like this. It's called the Glow Blend. It's all I know.
I have no idea.
Yeah. We'll circle back. Okay. Next up, what are your thoughts about guys who love bomb?
That's when they're like, love bomb is like when they're like, oh my God, like they.
Like first met,
I would be so turned off.
I know. And I like a lot
I think that like you also have to, okay, I think that's fucked up. Like I'm not down, but also like girls need to also take responsibility. It's like, why are you like susceptible to that?
Yeah.
Like if a guy was doing that to me, I would right away be like,
yeah,
like something's off. And so I don't know, like I'm not like, I'm a very like anti-victim mentality type of person. I know that it's easy to get swept up into that, but I also think that like you should be wary of like everyone a little bit.
100%.
And like I also think there's times where like there's just like an energy there and you do connect with someone.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of like too much with any guys. Like,
yeah, like I've been hearing.
My husband like barely speaks. Like I don't.
Same. My husband barely speaks.
I like very like
quiet men. Yes. No, we need that. I feel like we're very like outspoken, outgoing people, and I think it's a good balance. I always say that. I always say Tyler and I are like the rock star relationship. Like I'm the star and he's the rock, and like we need each other.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Okay.
I love that.
Dermaplaning. Your thoughts?
Into it. I don't think people should be doing it at home on their own, personally, and I don't think that people should be doing it that often because I feel like your hair does protect your skin to a certain degree. And so it's almost like you're taking away that like layer of like support.
Yeah.
You know?
I was getting my eyebrows done yesterday and the girl asked me if I had this hormone thing. It's called like PCOS.
PCOS.
Yeah. And I was like, what are you trying to say? She's like, yeah, you're like really hairy. And I'm like, okay, dude. Like, and then I started the hypochondriac I am. I went into Google and there was like, I have like very high testosterone, which I could see that. But my face hair is like on a whole nother level. Like my body, I've gotten lasered, but maybe it's just like since my hair can't grow on my body, it's growing on my face. I just thought of it like that.
First of all, you should look into it. You should look into like your hormones. I'm not against dermaplaning. Like I think it's great. It's a really good exfoliation. I just wouldn't do it like too often. I think like once every 2 months. Yeah. Like, but I don't, you know, there are people who do it like every like other week. And I think that that's a little insane.
Are you like,
I also think that like if you're growing hair in places where you don't think you should be, your body and like things like that are warning signs. Like those are whispers that your body gives you to look, not in a way where you're going to die. Okay?
No, that's, you know me, that's where my brain goes.
Yeah, but it's not in a way like that. It's in more of a way of being like, oh, something might be unbalanced. Let me go look into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know. That's good.
It's not the most extreme like case. It's just more like, why is that happening? That maybe isn't normal. Or maybe it is. Maybe that is your normal.
Yeah.
Like, but the best way to know is to go, you know, check.
No, my grandma had like a really, really big, thick mustache, and I just think it's like past.
So maybe you're just a hairy. Maybe you're just a hairy hoe.
Literally, my grandma has always had a mustache, and me and my sister always just say like, "Thanks, grandma." You know.
Well, you know, let's hope that like it's just going to keep you youthful.
Yeah. And I'm hairless everywhere else, but my beard. Honestly, I have a beard and I have a mustache. But you know what? At least I'm bald everywhere else.
It could be worse.
It could be worse. Okay, last but not least, I know we talked about this a little bit, but like, what is the word? Oh my God, I'm having the fucking brain fart. Tanning beds.
No, absolutely not. Are you nuts?
No, I know. But like, isn't it crazy that they still exist? No. I'm a spray tan hoe.
Yeah.
And growing up, like we didn't know. I was doing tanning beds like from like high school to college.
Yeah.
Like I had a membership.
Listen, the sun, I'm like a fan of the sun.
Oh yeah,
I think that the sun is like life force. I think that like nothing grows, thrives, anything. Like nothing survives without the sun. Think about how you feel if the sun isn't out for 4 days in a row. Like you're depressed.
Mm-hmm.
The sun is life force. Tanning beds is like this artificial simulation of I don't know what. And it's basically just like aging your skin. So that's going to be a hard no for me. Yeah, no, go get a fucking spray tan.
Yeah, no,
like, it's 2025.
But I just went to get a spray tan recently and they still have the tanning beds. Like, I didn't know that it's it's still a thing. And I look back, like I have such bad rosacea because of all the tanning beds that I went to.
It's not it.
And I would do it every day, like after high school. Yeah. Like it was a psychological problem.
I know. And by the way, like, though it's so addictive. Like you even said about spray tan or sitting outside or whatever it is, like it's so addictive. There's something like chemical that happens when you get tanned where you're like, I need more.
Yeah, no, so, I feel so much. I get my mood after a spray tan is just my life is better. I'm just
it really is.
And when I'm pale, I just feel sad, you know?
I agree. It's awful.
No, it's really bad.
I just think that there's been a lot of, you know, people demonizing the sun, like truly this, like nothing grows without the sun. Like, look at like how, like I live in, you know, I've lived in Montreal, which is in Canada for most of my life. I live in Miami now, you know, 70% of the time. Like I come back here and I'm like in the winter and I'm like, what, like, it's like going from like life in color to a life in a grayscale. It's depressing. So you can't say that the sun is like, doesn't have life force. And I think that I personally think, and everyone, it's a really, really hot topic right now. And it's a really, you know, I think that a big issue is the chemical sunscreens.
Yeah.
You know, no one used to demonize the sun in that way. And the rates, and I also think it's what people are eating, like the processed food. And then you're sitting in the sun, you're like oxidizing. Mm-hmm. Like it's awful. So that's what I think. I am a fan of sunscreen. I think it should be mineral. I don't think that you should be like putting chemicals into your skin and then baking it. You're never, I very much am on that like wavelength.
And you have all your products like that you recommend on one website, right?
Yeah. So Glow Shop is my shop. So essentially like I've been a creator for the past 8 years and as you can tell, I'm like very no bullshit. And so pretty much a lot of the brands that I would have wanted to work with just didn't have budget for me because they were these like natural, independent brands. They were either working with like huge celebrities or huge influencers or like no one. And I was like, okay, I'll just sell them myself.
Yeah.
And I'll just make the margin on the product. And then I created my shop and it's been amazing.
No, I love it.
And it's like, it gives people like a place to go get stuff.
No,
you know?
I'm literally I'm a reoccurring customer on the Glow Shop.
No way.
No, I love it. What did I get?
You stuff too.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited. Like, I feel like I love following you. Not only like you're a boss ass bitch, you're confident, you keep it real, and I'm obsessed. Like, I mean, I'm in my wellness era, so if anybody wants to follow you, where can they follow you? And if you have anything going on that you would like to mention.
Thank you, by the way. You can follow me at Katherine Garbarino. So I'm not going to spell it out. Like,
yeah.
You'll find me. It's with a K. My shop is the Glow Shop, glwshop.com. It stands for Girls Living Well because we're just trying to live our best lives. And then you can follow us also at girlslivingwell.com at Girls Living Well on Instagram. I also have a clothing brand, but right now it's like on a pause because I had an issue with my manufacturer and like, I was not just going to like sign on to any manufacturer. So I'm just in the process right now.
Okay. Well, stay tuned and should we tell your nieces that they can finally say hi? I think it's time or they're gone.
I want to say hi. They're under the table doing something weird.
Okay. Anyways, Katherine, thank you so much. I see them. Thank you so much for coming on the Literally Not Okay podcast. I'm obsessed with following you and I'm going to go.
If you're ever in Miami, hit me up. We'll go for dinner.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say a drink and I was like, oh.
I don't drink, but I will watch you drink.
Okay, good. I think it's a fun time watching me drink. But no, I'm
so down. This
year too, I feel like was the least amount of alcohol I've ever consumed. Like I did 3.
I quit drinking last March. Like listen,
you're new to the game.
I just like never really like, I'm not a big person that like loves alcohol.
Yeah. No.
It wasn't a big loss for me.
Yeah, my mother is. And then that's just how I am. So, you know, just We're just going to keep it going.
Enjoy the boost.
Yeah, no. Thank you so much. And
Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys so much for listening. And make sure to follow, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and comment down below why you're literally not okay. Thank you. I got to go watch Love Island.